So I've been hearing so much about how good an intake sounds with the N20 engine, so I thought I'd just have to give it a go. I remember how an intake really transformed my supercharged Audi S4, so I was hoping that this would make a significant difference too. I ordered one through the great guys at MYF Motorsport, links down below as usual, and decided to install it on my own. The intake looks great and really well made. I really like the black crinkled finish, and there were also instructions included. However, I watched the video from Keys Motorsport on the install to prepare for the job, and I suggest you check it out first if you're planning to install it on your own too. It's another project that you can easily DIY during this lockdown. Just invest in some proper tools and you are set. The installation was actually fairly straightforward. It took me about an hour, including the time I spent on videoing the whole process. Plugging the socket out of the mesh sensor took some effort, and I had to refer to the instructions a couple of times to figure things out, but it wasn't too difficult and everything seemed to fit on really nicely. I like how it looks once installed. It's really clean and really improves the look of the engine bay. After all my hard work, it was time for a sound check. So here's a before and after comparison with the stock intake. So here are my initial impressions of the intake. It really does make a big difference and it sounds so good. I would say though that it's more apparent when you are driving around normally compared to when you are driving aggressively, as the sound of the exhaust and everything else then drowns it out a bit. There's definitely a more aggressive growl though when on full throttle, but it's the whistling and whooshing or blow-off noises that's really a ton of fun. It's not too loud either, so you can just turn on the radio to drown it out when you are not in the mood. I honestly can't tell a difference in power. If anything, the initial throttle response feels slightly worse, but it just might be that the ECU needs some time to adapt, so I'm not too worried. To be honest though, I changed it mainly for the sound, as performance would be minimal, as the original airbox was probably really well designed in the first place. I would totally recommend this to anyone though, if you want some extra sound from the front. It is really entertaining. I love the sound it makes, and it's a much needed addition to the lack of drama in a totally stock car. The problem now is that it looks like it's time for the supporting mods of the FTP charge pipe, boost pipe and turbo inlet, so maybe that's what needs to happen next. So thanks for watching, and as always, leave a comment or give the video a like, as that really helps the channel out. These are just my initial impressions of the intake, so I'll be doing a more in-depth review once I spend more time with the car, so subscribe for more content coming up. Till then, stay safe everyone.